ship this week?
GM, everyone. I'm Peter from New Week, and I'm here with another What Did You Ship Last Week AI stream from the Near Protocol ecosystem. And I'm delighted to be back with 4 guests for this week. Some of them you might have heard of before, some of them you haven't. And if you haven't watched the show before, this is a weekly product stand-up that we do, where projects from all over Web3 that somehow include or build on top of the Near Protocol tech stack can come and showcase what they've been shipping of latest features, updates on their products from the last week or recently. So if you're out there building and you want to showcase what you've been doing in this space, please do not hesitate to hit us up. This is what this show is all about, showing the vibe of the Near ecosystem and the AI X crypto ecosystem in general. All right. So first up, we have Timowa from ADKTS, IQAI affiliated. So Timowa, very delighted to have you here on the show. Please first tell us a little bit about yourself, the project that you're building, and then you can go into the specifics of what you've been shipping lately.
Okay, thank you, Peter. So my name is Timowa, and I'm the dev rel at ADKTS, which is also under IQAI. So ADKTS is like the we're an ADK framework. So you use our framework to build different AI agents, whether it's for Web 2 or Web 3. And what we've built this week was our near shade agent template. So it's an ADK template that helps you to um start up start your it's a template, like a guide that you use to set up your AI agents to work with the Near protocol. So it's just easy to set up. You get your keys and everything, and just plug it in, enter one command, and then you'll be able to test it and then build upon it to build your agents. So let me share my screen. So, um, so what's ADKTS? ADKTS is an agent development kit, like I said, that helps you to build powerful AI engines, which can also work on the Web 3. So it's a simple API. So with just a few lines of code, you'll be able to build an AI agent. It allows you to have multi-agent systems which can work together, whether in parallel sequence or in loop. And you can use different LLM models with it. So you can either use maybe Gemini or OpenAI or Cloud, or you can combine different models together for your AI agents. So, and by default, it helps you to store all your values. So it persists all your values across the runs and the agents. And you can also inject values or informations into your instructions that you pass through to your agent, and it's also production ready. So what next? So here is how a simple agent will look like on ADKTS. So we have our agents builder, we have our agents builder API, which has different methods. So we have the create methods in with model, description, instructions, and with tools. So you can have different tools. We have built-in tools that you can use with ADKTS, like the Google search tool. We have also the file operation tool, and you can also have like different custom tools that you can build and add to it. Then what else? So what we shipped this week was our near shade agent template. So the template demos how you can use ADKTS with the near protocol. So what it does is it fetches the current Ethereum price through the CoinGecko API. Then it also goes through Reddit to fetch the latest headlines on ETH, then gets the sentiment of ETH, whether it's positive, negative, or neutral. Then it saves those data that it got through those agents on the Ethereum smart contracts. So, and it's also hosted on Falati, and we have some endpoints that you can use to test all those agent stuff. So what's the let's see. So this is what it looks like. So it's very simple. We have our agents. We have the default root agent. So the default agent is the one that commands our sub agent. So we have the first one that is the agent that handles the ETH price. I have the second one that handles the sentiment agent. So the description delegates the task to sub agents for ETM price and sentiment. And the instruction check ETM price, then sentiment when asked. So and it runs in parallel. So both agents can run at the same time. Then when you get your information, it stores it in the quick section from our agent builder. Then let's go to the ETH price. Let's see. So the price agent is just simple. All it does is fetch the latest price of Ethereum, and it uses our tool, ETH price tool. So the tool is what calls the CoinGecko API to fetch the latest Ethereum price. And then the second one is the sentiment agent. So the sentiment agent, oh wait, um yeah. So the ETH price too also stores the price that it got in state. So is that price, and then the sentiments agent also has let's see, it has the tool, the get headlines too. So when that get headlines too also fetches the this is what fetches the latest update from Reddit, and then it stores it in a state also, the headline state. And then the agent then fetches that headline from our state and passes it into his instructions. So once it goes through all the headlines, it returns one response, which is whether it is positive, it is negative, or it is neutral. So and then it saves that output, which is either positive, negative, or neutral, as another state also using our output key. Then we also have routes. So these routes are what we are going to use to test our agents, and is what is going to get the agent information, get the what's it called, our near information, like for this agent account now. So this agent account, it creates the near account for us and gets our account ID and the balance. Then using that, it also creates the ETH account for us with this endpoint. And then this transaction endpoint is the one that calls the agent account endpoint, this age account endpoint. So it gets all those informations, and then it's those endpoints also calls our agents. So once it gets the price and the sentiment, it then stores those information on our smart contracts on the blockchain. So if we are to run it, this is what it's going to look like. So this is the agent account endpoint now. So it gives us our account ID. So sometimes it will also show you your balance. Then if we go to the ETH account endpoint, so it also shows us our sender address and the current balance that we have. And then if you go to the API transaction endpoint, so it creates that transaction on the blockchain, and then it returns to you the hash of the transaction that happened and the new price of the current price of ETH. So that's it. So if we are to now check what that information looks like, if we go to Sepola Interscal, so this is what it's going to look like. This is our transaction hash here, which is the same thing as this one. And then we check it down here. This place, what is it called? Oh, this is it already. This is the ETH price and the sentiment price. So when you see that it's 4,436.06. It's also the same thing here, 4,433.06. So that's just a simple way for near developers to be able to build an AI agent using our ADKTS framework.
Awesome. That was a super cool demo, Timonwa. And like, what's the call to action? Where can people find this developer kit? Are you
Oh,
is it going to be part of hackathons? Like, and what would you like to see people building?
okay. So to get this template, you just have to run our command line. So it's just simple. Should I just do when if you have our command line installed on your system, you can just do adk web. Sorry, adk um, ADK new. So when you run ADK new in the command line, it gives you different templates to choose from. So one of the templates is the near shade agent template. So once you pick that template, it installs the template on your system, and then you just be able to like run it on your system and try to like build whatever awesome Web3 AI agent you'd like to build.
Okay, cool. And are there any like, do you have any ideas top of mind, like agents you would like to see people build, or they just get cracking?
You just get cracking. Just build something wild and crazy.
Sounds good. Okay, thank you so much for coming tomorrow. I hope to see people build some cool stuff. And if they do, please do let us know and come on the show and tell us what's been built. It's going to be super awesome to see. Thank you so much for coming today.
Thank you.
Bye. Next up, we have an. He's not a new one on the show. I love his updates. He's building something super serious. And I saw you posted. You keep traveling, even though you traveled the world twice within very short time frame. You went to a semantics conference, which I'm super curious and interested to hear more about, Arto. So take it away. Quickly tell what project you're working on, and then let's get into it.
Thanks, Peter. Always a pleasure to be on. And yeah, I've been traveling the conference circuit recently. That's the research conference circuit. Let me share a little bit here. So I am Arto. In the NEAR community, I'm known for leading the EVM development at NEAR Protocol from 2020 on, and then spinning that out as Aurora. After Aurora, working on something called Asimov Protocol. Now, Asimov Protocol has changed scope a few times over the past half a year as we find what is sustainable by the market. We seem to be potentially a little bit ahead of the market. The current scope, as in what we can build from the ingredients on the table, what is the meal we can cook the first that will be palatable to the current market, is a personal intelligence layer based on knowledge graphs, which is my specialty, and that's the kind of conference I was just hanging out at. So knowledge graph are remarkable information representation where it is possible to merge different data sources at will, meaning that you actually have something like an algebra for information, algebra for knowledge. So this is very different from the data silos that characterize the sort of mainstream of computing today. And I've been part of this community, knowledge graph community. Back in the day, we were known as the semantic web guys. I've been part of that for 20 years. And so one of the perks of that is going to conferences like I just came away from. So this was Vienna last week, one of the annual highlights in the research conference calendar. And over at Semantics in Vienna, we were a sponsor, of course, of the conference, as we like to be. And I presented the Asimov protocol and the platform to pretty good reception, I would say, as in I got a lot of questions that are a lot better than the kind of questions I'm getting from investors, which exactly shows that gap between what the market will currently support and we might be slightly ahead of the curve there in putting data at the center of AI instead of LLMs, or rather in addition to LLMs. And just so that this is comprehensible to those who may not have heard about this approach previously, let me share here the brief 1-minute demo that I presented at the conference. I need to develop this kind of a demo for specifically near use cases, but that's going to take a little bit of time. So in lieu of that, oh, it's not actually sharing the window. Well, that's terrible. Oh, there it goes. Okay, just a little bit of a lag. So yeah, we are building the Asimov personal intelligence layer. It sits in the background on your computer, unifying all of the data silos in your life. We have various interfaces to it. Here presented a sort of spotlight like interface using an application called Raycast. And as it has unified the various information in your life, you can then naturally ask questions and later take actions based on all of the knowledge unified in that knowledge graph. So, for example, this is a pretty powerful example on the screen right now. So what happens here is that we turn the prompt from the user into a graph query, which then queries over that unified knowledge graph that has pulled in information from all over your life. And here, for example, asking when did I last see a particular person. That's a powerful ability that is actually quite hard to achieve. So this is the approach that does achieve it. So that's a bit of a sneak preview. We are working hard at getting to an early access version of the personal intelligence product. Let me share here also a nice meeting I had in Vienna with none other than Vlad Frollo. So we have been colleagues for a long time, but I'm not even sure that I've actually ever met Vlad in person prior to Vienna last week. So that was nice. And of course, Vlad very much a coder according to my own heart, as in a toolsmith, creating tools for others. That's a good, let's say, segue into one of Vlad Frollo's creations with the Near DevHub team. I want to mention, as I usually do at the beginning of the month, although now we are a little bit further into this month, our team is again leading the Race of Lots leaderboard in August as well. So that means now that we have led this leaderboard 3 months in a row, June, July, August. And we are beginning to move up also in the all-time rankings here. So we have a couple of our team members there. Still, Peter Salomonsen seems untouchable at this point, but in the monthly stats, we are already, head-to-head. So shipping relentlessly with a fairly small team of 12 and getting a lot of code out there. You can follow our updates at Asimov_protocol, Asimov_platform if you're more interested in the underlying platform, and Asimov_modules in case you want to keep tab of new modules and new module releases. So, for example, put out a Luma module and making enhancements to the Signal module, which accesses your private encrypted Signal chats on device. And of course, in case you find the idea of a personal intelligence layer interesting, then please check out getasimov.ai, where you can join the early access for this product that we are aiming to ship before too long. So I think that's about the update for today, Peter.
Awesome. Can I ask you some questions, Arthur?
Sure.
I think that that product demo was super cool, where you just type in who did I go to at the latest, where did I meet these guys? How do you connect these different data sources? And when you sit and type, is that like an LLM going through all that data, or how does it actually work?
Yeah, So start from the notion that if you actually pull in all of the data in your life, the volume is quite too much to be feeding into the context window of an LLM. So there's two ways that can be handled. These days, the industry is pretty much gung-ho on RAG-like approaches. But the other approach is that you don't try to index it in using a vector database as such. Instead, you maintain an explicit symbolic representation, or rather semantic representation, so semantic knowledge graphs of all of the information involved. And then you turn the prompt from the user into a graph query. And that graph query then, by the nature of graph queries and knowledge graphs, you can basically in one query get at every aspect that you want in your life. And as the results come back, it's sort of a subset of the larger graph, and that subset can then be presented. So in this case, showing a particular kind of entities in the results that are returned. So, for example, events or people. So this is the approach that's going to power the future. This is called the neurosymbolic approach. Once we get past the current focus on RAG. And this is basically where we also have our moat, as I spoke at the conference, that Asimov is 99% open source, not even open source. It's a public domain, no copyright claimed, no strings attached. You don't need to even attribute us. You can just copy our code and go. I don't care. But we have a bit of a moat in the turning of natural language into graph queries. That's actually the hard part, and the rest is all open source.
Okay, super interesting. So the part where you actually translate, because I guess you have to be very specific if you want to find information. Let's say if I put all my knowledge of my brain into one place, and then I want to find something very specific. Can I be very general about that in terms of finding it? Do you know what I mean?
Well, so basically the
I think are you muted? I think your microphone.
No, I should be okay. Can you hear me okay?
What happened to the microphone?
I can hear you fine. How's it looking?
Let me just see. Try again.
Yeah. How's that?
It's as if the mic is gone.
Should I rejoin? Let me see.
Damn it! That's like.
I hear you, Arthur. You good?
Oh, you hear me? So
I can't hear you.
Yeah.
It's just me. Okay, lol. I'm just gonna.
Well, kick me out of the stage and bring me back.
I'm just gonna come back. 1 second.
Okay. Is that better? All right. Let's wait for Peter. Technology, it's great when it works. Which was exactly what my comment is going to be about.
No, it works. Works.
Great. So let me answer your question. So one of the reasons we're taking our sweet time in getting the early access version out, what I'm calling the alpha, is exactly that. There's a fairly large wide of scenarios that people want to cover, and we don't necessarily want to restrict it to a particular vertical or particular kinds of data and so on. But yes, the you could in the graph query you could touch any aspect of the information in your life, which has all been unified into a knowledge graph. But there are the difficult parts of all of this is basically selecting which data sets we want to query. As in, although they're part of a big knowledge graph, that you still have kind of that corner over there, that corner over there. Selecting which types of entities we want to retrieve, or resources as they are known in knowledge graph speak, and selecting the particular predicates to use, as in the properties, attributes to use when we're doing the retrieval, the query generation and retrieval. These come from vocabularies or schemas called ontologies, which may be a new term for too many. But definitely a term you're going to be hearing a lot about in future years. So good to read up on that. So all of that is somewhat non-trivial, hence a fairly good mode for us.
Okay, interesting. Because right now, so just to give you some perspective, why I'm asking also is like my dad is a 70-year-old professor who's a professor in AI, and he's a professor in fertility, right? And when he goes to pension, like his daily work will die, basically, right? So actually, I think I have an interesting use case I want to talk to you about, because we're looking into how we can actually get all of his knowledge into, let's call it like a facility, like an AI agent, like an assistant, right?
Sure.
So we can help people reproducing. Last question, Arto. What do people think at the Semantics conference when you say you're in blockchain or you're merging the two fields? Do they understand why? Yeah.
Well, that's pretty variable. I'd say that generally blockchain is still viewed, and especially cryptocurrencies viewed as something of a untouchable. So mostly talking to people who have never made a Bitcoin transaction even in their life. So that's unfortunate. But look, I mean, there's education needed both ways here. In that it's clear to me, as it's clear to you, that AI is going to run on blockchain rails, as people have put it, and vice versa. The knowledge representation and reasoning community that I've been part of for 20 years, and for which we have these annual conferences all around the world, which is nice. They have a lot to offer the next chapter of AI once we get past this sort of almost obsessive focus on just LLMs as such.
Okay, interesting. I'm, as always, following your progress closely, Arto, and cheering for your team. So thank you so much for coming again. Always a pleasure, and keep shipping. I hope you get to take over Peter Salomonsen, even though I think it is, as you say, he's untouchable. It's near impossible, but
it's a friendly competition.
You can do it. Yeah.
As Kane said, in the long run we are all dead. So in the long run, maybe we catch up to Peter Salomonsen.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. All right.
All right. Thank you
Peter.
so much. Bye. All right. Next up, we have Ola, who's here to show us his new product called Vibe Vetting. And Ola, please tell us a little bit about yourself, a little bit about what you do, and then what you currently been working on.
Hey, Peter. Thanks for having me here. About myself, started near 2021 or thereabout. Started with Aurora community. I founded the community around Aurora, and I also helped build the NEAR registry, the project, working with Cameron and the NEAR Foundation, building the NEAR registry. Yeah. Then last year, I decided to go into AI, locked in, and started building AI projects. So up to now, I've actually built a few projects. One of them is Use Code Debugger. It's not like an AI intelligent debugger that it helps you fixes your code. It looks through your code, and in a sandbox, it tells you what's wrong with the code, and it gives you fixes for you to apply to the code. Yeah. Then after that, I actually now built Vibe Vetting. With the rise of AI and a lot of AI code generation, there has to be differentiations between people who use AI to code and people who still code and can still code. AI has enabled a lot of people to be able to generate code and push out Vibe coded projects, but we still need to be able to audit and differentiate those who know how to use AI as a tool to write code and those who just generate code from scratch and don't really understand the schematics of the code itself. So with Vibe Vetting is able to evaluate GitHub profiles, GitHub repos, and know, okay, this repo was AI generated, or it's 10% AI generated. This person is a senior engineer. So it doesn't just analyzes the code, it's also able to tell you the type of engineer the person is. If this engineer is a senior engineer, or is a Vibe coder, or a junior engineer, or an AI orchestrator engineer. We actually formed that up. AI orchestrator engineer, those are the people that they know how to write code. They are software engineers, senior engineer, but they just use AI to actually write they use AI as a tool to actually not just generate code, but they use AI to just run the code as they wish. They know how to write code, but they just use AI in that place. So we need to be able to differentiate those ones as well. So vibe vetting is more like an audit layer on GitHub that audits people's codes and be able to evaluate it and say, okay, this person is a real engineer, this person, something like that.
Is it live?
I don't know if that makes sense.
Yeah, it makes a lot of sense. It makes a lot of sense. So is the so with the reason why, like, why do you think that a product like vibe vetting is important in the age of AI?
Okay. AI is doing a lot of beautiful things now. It's able to generate code, but it's more like you being able to generate code but not understanding the code. That's why we have a lot of vibe coders building up products, but the products are they are not shitty, but there are leaks everywhere. And now vibe coders are also doing portfolios. Recruiters should be able to audit, look for the recruiters need ways to actually audit and say, okay, I want to recruit this person. This person is a solid engineer. It's been evaluated. This person is a solid engineer, not a vibe coder. So there has to be, in the rise of AI, there still has to be a differentiator that says, yes, this person is a solid engineer but uses AI. Then this person is not an engineer but uses AI to generate the code. So more like vibe vetting it's more like the audit. We are placing like the audit layer to audit engineers, audit code, audit repos, and say, okay, yeah, I'm not just hireable. I know what I'm doing with this, with these codes I'm writing.
Awesome. And is the product live?
Yeah, it's live. Vibevetting.com. Just check out vibevetting.com. And you can analyze any public repo. Currently, we can only analyze. You can analyze anybody's public GitHub, and it will give you the analysis of the person's GitHub profile on every repo that they have public. The private repos we are currently working on that. Yeah, but it works only on public repos for now. Yes, that is it. So you can analyze any GitHub profile within 30 seconds. It analyzes it and it gives you the GitHub of the person, how much AI does the user uses, what projects are they using AI, and all. So it gives you a summary code, then it goes further to actually audit every line of code of the user. If you actually now go further, clicking on audit, it audits literally every commit, every line of code, and says, okay, this is it.
Okay, interesting. So this is basically, so you would say mainly this is a product for like recruiters or like in general doing your background check on people's actual skills of like understanding technology.
Basically.
Or like
so sorry?
So it can be like a mix of conversation, like what are your credentials academically, or like where you worked before, and then you can showcase I know my stuff, but then I use these tools to accelerate my work.
Basically, so it's more like you just mentioned. It's not just only for recruiters. It's also to satisfy yourself and say, yes, I know myself. I know my code. As in, it's like put the confidence in people to know, okay, yes, this person knows what he is doing. And other than that, it goes further than that, because the long-term goal is not just being the audit layer of GitHub, GitLabs, and things like that. It's also being able to, I don't want to, let me say, not LLM. I know there are a lot of code generation LLMs out there, but more like an SLM, small language model on code, is able to use all this intelligence it has gotten to actually get a dedicated, just small mini, small language code model whereby it's able to help you not just push out codes, it's able to learn from the mistakes people are making, vibe coders are making, and it's able to like generate better codes for people that won't let you leak certain types of keys or certain types of information that do not need to be leaked. Some things like that. So that's the long term. But the short term goal is more like it literally vets you. It helps recruiters. You can use it as your portfolio page. You can use it. Recruiters can use it to vet and recruit developers as well. You can try. You can actually try it out. You can try it out.
Now?
Yes. Try it out.
Which repo should I put in there? GitHub
Use
username.
any user's repo you feel.
But I'm not. To be honest, I'm not too familiar with people's GitHub username. So maybe if you have one, we can just throw them under the bus now.
Okay. Let me give you mine. Just a few that is this is Ola with AI.
Yeah.
Yeah, as in just the few that are actually most of the project I'm currently working on, they are private repos, but I have a few that are actually public repos that you can actually test with.
What's the GitHub username?
Ola with AI. OLAWITHAI.
OLA
WITHAI. Ola with AI.
Ola with AI. Yeah. Okay.
Yes.
Okay. Like this.
Basically.
Analyze. Ola with AI. Did I spell it right?
Try again, please.
Ola. Yeah, the live demo was hard. I must admit. Sorry, also for putting you in this position. Ola with AI.
AI. Yes.
Looks good.
What's it saying? Fail to fetch. Give me a minute. Let me check it out myself.
Yeah, that's right. Maybe you should share your screen instead.
No, I'm using mobile. I don't know.
Okay. No worries.
Okay. I don't know why it's not working. It's actually working. It's actually working here. I don't know why it didn't work.
Maybe it's because maybe it's the browser. I can try to switch browser.
It actually just worked here. I can do a screenshot of it, of how it looks.
Yes. Anyway, it works. I'll get people to try this out, definitely. Please share the screenshot, then we can share it after the show, and we can show people that.
Yeah. Can I share my screen on mobile? I've been trying to find where to share. Share with audience.
Otherwise, you should just send a screenshot to my Telegram.
Okay, let me share. Let me share the screenshot to your Telegram now. I'll just share the screenshot to the group. I don't know if I can message you directly.
Yes. You can just send it to the group, and then I can just say this, share this.
Yeah, so this is what it looks like. Then when you scroll down, I sent it to the group. When you scroll down, it shows you the activities per repo. Literally, I don't know why it did not work, but actually, can any other person on here try it out?
Now it's here.
So if you scroll down, you see as in like the GitHub activity and all. So, but this is the screenshot. But I don't know if any other a lot of people have tried it, so I don't know why it did not work for you. I'm going to check it out.
If you for next time, or you can just maybe just make a small video on the phone and then share with me, and we share on the next shift stream. You can come on the show again.
But is there a way to actually share my screen on mobile?
Okay.
I can't find where to share my screen here.
No worries. But send me a screen rec, or we'll figure something out for next time. I think it's a pretty cool tool, to be honest.
Okay, I can actually just do a screen record now. I can actually do a screen record, but you can actually ask any question. You can go further, ask the questions you want to ask about it.
Okay, cool. But we have to get on with the show now. So we have Artem, the last one coming up. So, but thank you so much for coming, Ola. And
Okay, thank you
yeah,
very much, Peter.
looking forward
Thank you.
to see more of your product.
All right, thank you very much, bro. Thank you.
See you, bro. All right. Hi, Artem. How's it going? Artem.
Yeah, all good. You?
Goes well. Yeah, goes really well. I think there's so much great
Awesome.
stuff being built in the AI space, and you're back. And I really like your product the first time you were here. So I'm super excited to see what you got for us for this ship stream. So Artem, as last time, please tell us a little bit about yourself and the project you're building, and then the specific updates and stuff in progress you've been working on lately.
Yeah, I'm Artem, co-founder of Inexa, and we are building Inexa agent, and Inexa basically ChatGPT but for crypto, with everything related tasks to crypto, everything related wallets to crypto, and that's our goal, to simplify lives for user and for everyone. Simple enter and everything in one place. No need to worry about anything, different blockchains, different kind of type of blockchains, everything in one place. And I'm already demoing our part of it. That's our strategies, and that's what we worked for last 2 weeks. What is strategies? Actually, it's automatic crypto trading strategies then run daily with minimal user interference. And how actually it should work. Inside of it, we have user generated address from chain signatures. Also, we have shade agents inside, and also near intents as well. We cannot go without it anywhere. And strategies looks super simple. Basically, you have all interface to run it, and you just need to pick one. For example, we picked bullish AI strategy, and you need to deposit your money to it with everything was possible. Currently, we cannot deposit because strategy in run. But if we go to Mindshare strategy, we can do it. Like we can choose whatever asset is possible on whatever chain is possible. For example, Sui token, USDC, and that's it. And how you can deposit this token, and you can start it, and that's it. No need to anything. You just need to understand correctly what the strategy do, what kind of measurement of the strategy. For this one, it's social media, news, and forums. Inexa bring everything in one place, and from this one place we can run it. Yeah, we can also see logs for this strategy. For example, for today, we executed add to BTC because Inexa currently kind of bullish on Bitcoin from Mindshare. But if we go like for bullish strategy, currently we hold Ethereum token. And we can see how it's happened. Like we can see chart from what we go at the point when I deposited money and what we have right now. We can also check supported tokens, what tokens supported by this strategy. For this strategy, it's all possible tokens what supported by near intents. And main question, how it works. It's fully working on near intents. As I said, each user receives their own unique address and from chain signatures. And each suggestion or movement what Inexa has inside of the strategy, it's working in secure environment, and each transaction signed by shade agent. And that's it. No need to worry about nothing. Just deposit, just sit and see what is going on. And at this point, we had like this log and this information about like why this kind of strategy was executed at this point, from what signal to what signal, and we can see all possible information here too. Yeah, and also transactions. Why not? We can see how it works, how much we received in fiat, status, and hash of transaction, and those transactions kind of on near intents. And in future, of course, we wanted to add something for rate of success or fail, and each user can choose whatever strategy he wanted to write, no matter what strategy it is, like DCA, Mindshare, Bullish, or in future, of course, user can even create their own strategy based on like query or prompt, and that's it. Everything secure, everything secured by Shade Agent, and no need to worry about nothing. Just deposit and see. That's it. And basically, in future, we see it huge potential in it because money should work for you and money should work for user. And based on near intents, without gas, without chains, really easy to manage and move funds, no matter what sum it is. But it's really easy to update it and not lose, but win some money. For this reason, that's what we have for a long time, but now we already have option to like represent it. For now, it's only for our team to test it correctly to see how it goes, like from $10 to 10 and a quarter. But in future, for everyone to just deposit, sit, and see and withdraw whatever is possible. That's it. Super simple, but at the same point, huge potential for future.
Super awesome, Artem. So how do you set up the strategies for users and then they tap into them, or can users also make their own strategies?
Yeah, in future, of course, like he can define all possible prompt and all kind of data sources and simply define what exactly we need to do. And that's it. Just custom strategy with your own kind of vision for future, for example. Or maybe I wanted to DCA, but with some kind of token like from Solana to something else because I have a lot of it. Yeah, for this reason, like you can execute it in trusted environment. And that's it. You don't need to worry about your funds because it's fully secured. For this reason, our goal to expand it a lot and win from it, of course.
So, and how has it been to build this feature out using the Shade Agents framework?
Yes.
Is it easy, or like how is it to build on the framework?
It's interesting. I don't say it's super simple to build because you need to understand and imagine how it's work inside. I spent a lot of time to debug it, to understand for me, because I need to fully understand how it's work, what output I receive from it. And at the same time, I need to combine it. I need to combine Inexa, I need to combine chain signatures, I need to combine near intents, and I need to combine Shade Agent and put it together, and like it's triple shot. Everything in one place, and everything works for user. For this reason, huge, but step by step, block by block, and this works.
Okay, awesome. So it sounds like you really put in some work to actually understand the technology. And are you happy with the result?
Yeah, for sure. We need more time for it because like it's strategy at least for months or for 2 months, because it depends on how much money you will put in it. But basically we need to test it and battle test it as the first place to understand on our own team how it's work and what strategy we need to reconfigure, or what actually additional sources we need to put for Mindshare, or even to customize it with like DCA, because DCA it's pretty like stable and always stable, and you cannot lose with DCA strategy at this point. At this reason, this one right now is on lock because it's main strategy actually. Like just stake, and you will receive it like in 1 year a lot of additional funding from it.
Exactly. So it's not as risky, but I really like the idea, and I really like to see Artem, that you're putting in all this work. Like big kudos for keeping on building and using the near tech stack in a very meaningful way. And I look forward to following all of your progress. And I cannot stress enough to all the people that are watching this, please go try out AI Nexa. Artem really deserves it with all this work you put in. So go give it a try, guys. I'll go personally give it a try. Thank you so much for coming, Atom.
Thank you.
All right, guys, that's it for now. 4 brilliant teams that keep shipping great AI products on using the NEAR protocol tech stack. We'll be back next week, same time, 8 p.m. CET, to showcase hopefully as many teams, if not more, that are building at the edge of crypto and AI. If you're a project building at this intersection using NEAR protocol to some extent in part of your tech stack, please do not hesitate to hit us up. We would love to feature you and highlight everything that you've been building and shipping lately. Until next time, see you in the Nearverse. Bye, everyone.
Thanks for watching. Subscribe to Near Week.